And we're back. First race of the 2021 season for the Rio Grande Elite Cycling team happened in Grand Junction, Colorado. We had 8 riders out there for the first weekend, itching to get going against a 75-rider high-caliber field. First race up was the downtown criterium. Rio's plan was to force a breakaway that could slip out of sight on this 8-corner course, with many of our riders taking their chances. About halfway through the race, Tane managed to break away with 2 other companions.
He looks like he mostly races cyclocross, but he's also won a stage at the Tour de Gila down in New Mexico, so we can obviously tell that he's a strong rider. With Tane, with Riley, and with Kevin, the 3 of them together seem like a very, very strong trio. Quickler is not going to chase, CMU is not going to chase, Rio is not going to chase. Kevin Malherbe pulling the group of 3 through. They've got a over 2-block lead at this point. Wow.
If you are in the fundraise, the food at the Rio is awesome, and you are supporting like-minded people in the community like us and the Rio riders. So we have Tane Andrade from Fort Collins, Colorado, representing the Rio, and we want to talk to Tane. So he ended up getting 3rd today out of that break, but he did a tremendous job, and his team shut it down. He should be proud of his team, but 3rd is, you should be so proud of 3rd. How do you feel out there?
I feel really good today, and once I was in that break, I kind of knew I was going to be getting 3rd because I was with Riley and Kevin, but I'm okay with that. This is only my 2nd race in Cat 1, so.
Well, and how old are you?
Just turned 22.
Wow, so you're out there at 21, 22 in the grizzled Kevin Malherbe. So do you know Kevin from the front range?
I've never ridden with him before, but I know of him.
Okay, you know of him, so that must have been an interesting dynamic because you have tons of respect for each other, I'm sure, and you knew you were racing for 3rd, and you were, how did that go through your head? How did you keep your head in the game knowing you were going to be 3rd?
I wanted to give Rio a podium spot for the first race of the season, so I knew I just needed to keep going at it with it.
Dude, that's awesome. Pat would be super proud of you, the whole Rio town, and thank you for coming to Grand Junction, Colorado, and visiting us. So please come back, and any parting words for the crowd?
Just glad to be here. This was, 4 years ago, this is the first Nationals I came to, so.
Was it collegiate cycling?
Yeah.
And where'd you go to college?
Still going to CSU.
Okay, CSU, nice. We got a couple Rams from CSU in there. So nice work out there today, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Day 2 was the Purdy Mesa road race. Now, this is an awesome hilly course with a big switchback climb halfway through and another climb just before the finish. It also has a few false flats in high wind areas, some fast descents, and some weaving roads through vineyards to keep things interesting. Now, the Rio team, we were hoping for a good result on this course, as this has been used for collegiate cycling national championships in the past, and many of our riders come from the collegiate racing scene. So the majority of our riders at this race have raced this course before and have even finished in the top 3. Even though this race started off early that morning, the sun was out and it quickly warmed up to mid-60s throughout the day. Our riders really couldn't have gotten through this race without our awesome feed zone team. So quick shout out to Chaz and his mom who helped me keep our riders hydrated and providing feeds throughout the race. So thank you so much for all your help. Now this good weather that we had gave us some really great footage of the course, so enjoy that along with the race recap towards the end from Henry York, who ended up in the breakaway of the day.
Just finished Maverick Classic. It's the big road race, 85 miles, like 8,000 feet of climbing, super hard. I got in an early break of 3 guys, KHS Elevate, a pro team, and then CMU, one of the best college cycling teams in the country. And so it was a good break. We worked really well together, and we quickly got like a couple minutes on the field, but then the CMU rider, Isra, he flatted, and so we were down to 2 people and a little bit worried, but we just pressed on. And the KHS rider, Eli, he eventually just cracked on the climbs. And so it was just me out there for a long time. We were out there for maybe like 65 miles, 70 miles, something ridiculous. And so I was just trying to hold off the field. They were chasing hard. Luckily, it's such a hard course that they sort of attacked each other and wore themselves down. So it took them a while to catch me. And they caught me on one of the descents. And it was a group of 4 riders. My teammate Tane was in there. Super strong. So Riley Sheehan, he ended up winning, but he
probably sent 100 attacks today.
Yeah, Riley Sheehan, and then Cliff Barr was represented with one of the Mullerby boys. So it was a strong group that caught me, and I was just trying to hold on for the rest of the race. There was a mean climb with some switchbacks, and Riley tried to attack, and he dropped Toby, and I just barely hung on. So then it was down to 4, and Toby caught us just by the finish climb. And I was just dead from the breakaway all day, but Tane stuck in there for the sprint, and he got 4th, so I ended up 5th. It was a decent day, all right. We'd like to get on the podium, but it was just a hard race and a good day out.